Well, hello there. Welcome into Scappy's Arcade. Today we have Williams Gorgar from 1979. That is the game for this Sunday. Just some casual playthrough today and see what kind of high scores we can set on the game. Running some fairly stock settings today. Pretty much factory defaults on everything. Go ahead and get a little warm-up game going here, and for today we'll keep track of our high games and our low games, and see if we can get some scores over 300,000. That's kind of the target today. Hope everyone's had a good weekend so far. Back after having a couple of Sundays off with the holidays and such. I do have a direct audio feed set up today, so let me know how the sound is. If you just want to put a little note in the chat whether or not it's too loud or too quiet. If you can hear me okay, just let me know. Ooh. Alright, got warmed up. Bunch of threes in that number there. So we'll go ahead and set that as our high score, and when we get one lower than that, that'll be our low score. Throw some commas in there to make it a little easier to read. There we go. Looks like everything should be... Let's see if I can straighten out the scores a little bit. It's a little crooked. Yeah. That might be the best we're going to get to work with today. The camera mount is just a little janky here. Don't want to break anything. Alright, let's get... Alright, we got our ball in play, we got our number of players, all that fun stuff. There we go. Okay, that works. Although, you know what? I don't know how much it really matters that we have it set up for game over and all that fun stuff. That should work pretty good right there. This is the second oldest game in my collection, both in terms of how long I've had it and the year it was made. The first game in the collection was a 1971 Williams Honey. That's a EM game. And this was the first solid state game that I got. Ooh. This was the first solid state game that I picked up and bought this as a project. It was not completely booting up when I got it. Oh boy, there we go with our low score already. And, you know, a couple of things that had wrong with this is the sound was all messed up. That turned out it needed a new CPU chip on the soundboard. It wouldn't start a game, and that turned out to be a bad or broken wire on an out-hole switch. And it had a bunch of blown fuses. The GI lights on this were run off of a separate transformer. Had a whole lot of things that needed to be corrected to bring it back into good shape. And since then I've done full LED lighting on it. Using just plain white LED GI lighting. Nothing fancy there. Did add a little bit extra lighting where it was dark under a couple of the plastics. Added the trough lighting, and it has lighted flipper buttons. Didn't go hog wild on the updates or anything like that on this game. Tried to keep it fairly true to the original. As far as mechanisms go, I did rebuild it with all new flippers, new flippers, and the pop bumpers were completely rebuilt last year. Ooh, boy, that was on me on that one. We're using clear Titan rubbers on it, which I thought complemented nice. I didn't want to go red, and I thought the clear ones would let a little more light through while still looking fairly white. They're not truly clear. They're a little bit opaque. Gorgar. I must have left a digit off of that high score. That should have been 133, right? Yeah. Yeah, the high score would have been 130. So now it's 138, 490. And we're just keeping scores for fun. Just to see where we're at, what we're doing. From the factory, the default high score on this would have been 500,000. And basically the goal of the game is to defeat Gorgar by beating the high score. It's been a while since I've gotten anything over 500,000. I think my all-time high score on this is somewhere around 800,000. But you really have to maximize your multiplier for your bonus. You got to get that flipper lit and just start ripping that flipper. Or flipper the spinner. The last spinner was pretty anemic there. Ooh. So that's really some of the ways to get your high scoring on this. Hey, for those of you checking in, drop me a little note in chat. How's the sound today? I am running direct sound out of the game. I want to make sure that's not overpowering me or out of sync with the other sound. Good bonus, but just didn't have all the points there. So the way to increase your bonus multiplier on this game, you have 2x and 3x. The 3x is as high as you can go on your bonus multiplier. Up top you have 3 lanes, A, B, and C. Now, you cannot change the lanes around with your flipper button. There is no lane change on this game. So it is basically you need to plunge to try to get the one you need, if there's just one you need, or try to get the ball back up there again. But there's no way to change lanes to change which ones are lit up there. Your pop bumpers increase in value by every time you do the GAR targets. So you make GAR and your pop bumpers increase in value. They will light up. If you light GOR and GAR, it's going to increase this eject value over here. Every time you make GOR right here, it's going to increase the value of the pit. And then making 1, 2, 3, and 4. This is 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's going to light the pit for 50,000 up top, and it's going to light the next star. When both stars are lit, when you make 1, 2, 3, and 4, it's going to light a red arrow randomly, and when you hit that red arrow target, it's going to give you a special. And the out lanes on this game are what get you. So that tick you just heard, or, well, a knocker, is because I got a number match there. This game is not actually set to free play, because when you have it on free play, you don't have any knocker. So it's set so if you get 11,000, it gives you a credit. And that way, when you get a high score or earn a special or whatever, you get the knocker. In later games on different systems, you could do it free play and still have the knocker. This is a System 6 game, and every time you drop a coin for a credit, the knocker goes off. See if I can get the C. Nope. One thing I did do on this, the side eject saucer is lit now. Originally that would have just been a plain saucer, and I added it so it lights up red. But only when extra ball is flashing. You get any high score there? No, no high score. Alright. This game does have an original playfield in it. And as such, with a playfield of this age, it does have some imperfections. Once in a while you may see the ball take a little hop or bounce a little funny. There are some inserts that have popped up over the years. I've got most of them back down, but there's a few that have popped back up. So some of the things that come along with a game of this age adds a little charm to it. There is a hard top available for this, but I didn't see any need to put one on this because the graphics are still fairly good on it. We just keep it clean and we keep it waxed up and play it like it is. Trying to get that number 1 over there so I can get a star lit. I got it. All right. the outlane advanced me a star, or advanced me up. Oh. So when you make letter D and letter E here, that's going to advance you one of your unlit 1, 2, 3, 4s. So I got a little help on that. Am I walking off the camera here? I am walking off the camera a little bit. Move that over just a hair. Is that any better? A little better. Okay. I've been playing around with the camera rig a little bit, so. Kind of have a low budget camera rig here. We're using a microphone stand and 3 webcams. But we make it work. Oh, right between. Bad timing on that left flipper. Hey, Pinball Germany, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. How's everything over in your neck of the woods today? Goodness, those slingshots. Oh, the outlane. 199,590. All right. Hey, thanks, Pinball Germany. Appreciate it. Yeah, this one turned out pretty good. It was in a little bit of rough shape. It's got a replacement back glass in it, but this one I picked up at one of the pinball shows down in Allentown, Pennsylvania, and it was a remake from, I believe, the 1980s or 1990s. But yeah, it's a fun game, but boy, it's a tough game because there's so much open space, and those outlanes, the ball just gravitates right down those outlanes. It's nice to show some of the older games once in a while on the stream, and that's all I have is older games. Oh, no. Oh. Well, that wasn't a very good game. No, it is certainly not a long player, that's for sure. And it's got a fairly shallow rule set. You don't go very deep in the rules on this game. But it's one of those games where in the arcade you just keep feeding quarters into it because you want to beat Gorgar. You want that high score. Oh, that one didn't drop. I did rebuild the drop target assemblies on these. They are original horseshoe style. But I took everything apart and rebuilt them all and cleaned them all up real good. And they're fairly reliable. But once in a while you'll get one that you'll hit it just slightly off center and it won't drop. You just gotta try again. Ooh. Low game, but not my lowest. Yeah. Some of the new pins, you gotta go through so many different modes, and it's pretty challenging to become grand champion on any of the newer pins. Especially if they've been on location for a while and other people have had their turns on them, and it can get up there a little bit. I spent some quality time with Cactus Canyon Remake yesterday, trying to improve my score on that game at the local arcade, but you know, that was set on card swipe, so every time I played it, it cost me money. There are a couple arcades around here that charge one fee to play, you know, for a set amount of time. But the nearest one to me, with that kind of setup, is a 2-hour drive. Ooh. Oh no! That just rocketed right back at me. There was no coming back from that one. Like I was saying earlier, this game isn't set on free play, and a while back I set it up on, I think I had 4 credits on it, just so that, you know, we could set up 4-player games. But it still has the match feature on it, and it will award specials. So it's built up to 62 credits on the credit meter right now. You know, nobody around me has The Godfather yet, so I haven't played that. There is a Foo Fighters about an hour and a half away from me, but I have not had a chance to play that. It's one of those things where they're open on Friday nights, and I work until 5 o'clock on Friday nights, so I'd have to you know, hop in the car right after work, and even then, I'd be getting there after dinner time, and it's not the most convenient situation in the world. 117. Not a bad game. Wasn't even really paying attention to that one.
Gorgar.
What other games do you have over there? Oh, I didn't even get the flip on that one. Yeah, I kind of like the music pins. One of the local arcades has Metallica, Kiss, and Rob Zombie's Spook Show, and Alice Cooper's Nightmare Castle. So that's what they have for their musical pins. Oh! Those outlanes, they frustrate me. And I don't know if it's made worse by the rubbers I have on there or what, but boy, it favors the outlane on this game. 16 pins at home, nice, nice. Sweet. Yeah, we have 4 games down here in the basement. Only really have room for 4 games. I suppose if I got rid of a couch, I could add a couple more games down here. But we have Gorgar, we have a Williams Big Guns, a Williams Space Shuttle, and a Williams Honey. That's my little collection here. I would like to add a Williams Space Station. I've had my eye on one of those for a while, and I'd like to pick up a project just for budgetary reasons. Got a family to feed and a mortgage to pay, and don't want to go broke just to have fun. Oh. Mostly the pins are down here to be enjoyed by friends and family when they come over. Oh. As a family, we do have some fun pinball time. Oh, I really wanted a shot on that spinner. You got a space station? Oh, $324. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you know, every one of the games in my collection was broken in some way when I got it. And I sometimes say that I enjoy fixing the games as much as I do playing them. So I'm always looking for a project, and you know, I know that there's enough parts and knowledge out there to make them all whole again. Oh. Started out good, but kind of fizzled out on that game there. what really attracts me to Space Station is not only it's got a lot of the things that carried over from Space Shuttle, but that conditioned green multi-ball. That's a neat effect. And it's got some satisfying shots that, you can sweep the drop targets. It is a little odd that it doesn't have in lanes, but they did pack a lot of stuff into that game. It's got some nice sounds. It's a good looking game. So what all was broken on yours that had to be fixed? There we go. Put in warm white LEDs, except for the multi-ball lights. Those are green, and it looks stunning. I agree. I agree that game looks stunning with the two different colors, and I imagine with LEDs it really does pop. I'm going to do a two-player game here. Agent Pickles, you want to come over and play a game with me?
Of course.
All right. This is my son. We call him Agent Pickles. That's his gamer tag. We're going to do a quick little two-player game here. You want to be player one or player two?
Player one.
Okay. Can use the stool. All right.
So I'm as high as you.
Okay. He's gotten really good at playing Space Shuttle. See how well he does here on Gorgar. Oh! Good ball, good ball.
Yep. But I bet I can do better.
No.
Okay. Soft launch to get the C.
Yeah, this one, it did get the full workover on the board. I had to replace all the sockets on it, and I went through and I repinned all the headers. Did the big 40-pin interconnect. Boy, I didn't even get the flip on that one. And it's rock solid. I mean, for a while, you'd go to start a game, and it would start a two-player game instead of a one-player game. Silly little things like that were going on. Careful. But it was just, I was thorough and went through and cleaned everything up. And luckily there was no damage on the MPU from any leaking batteries or anything like that. Ah, you beat me. Want to play again?
Yep.
All right.
Let's get my high score on there.
No, we're not doing that. Go ahead and put it up for two players. But yeah, this has pretty much been bulletproofed, and it's pretty much rock solid. when I went to look at this game when it was for sale, it would power on, had GI lights, but it booted into audits, which I knew was a good thing. So I knew that the MPU board wasn't completely dead. And the guy was not asking a whole lot of money, so I gave him what he was asking for, knowing that it wouldn't take much, hopefully, to get it going. And sure enough, the same day that I had it home, that night I had it playing games, albeit without sound, but it was playing games. So, oh. All right, see what you can do. Watch your game, honey. And the one way I could tell that the chip was bad, the CPU chip was bad on the soundboard, is I swapped it with the CPU chip on the MPU board, and the game would no longer boot, but I could test the sounds. So I knew it was that chip. And luckily that was a very, very cheap chip. Alright, see what you can do. Oh, alright. So I'm going to win game 2. There'll be, you won game 1, I won game 2. We'll have to see. The third game will be the tiebreaker. Alright. Alright, so you got a game, I got a game. This is the tiebreaker. Set us up for 2 players again. Alright.
I'll go first.
Yep. Keep the same order. Careful. Oh! That was right between the flippers. Stay out here, please.
Got my first pop bumper lit.
This might be a low-scoring game for both of us here.
If we get the same score, we'll probably need to go.
Best of 5?
No, we would do 3 rounds of rock, paper, scissors.
Hey, nice chatting with you, Pinball Germany. I do believe I follow your channel, so I'll take a watch. Thanks for checking in. Thanks for the follow. All right, you're leading me on this one. Alright, I got you on that game. You want to do best of 5? So right now it's me. I have 2 games and you have 1. You want to see who wins the best out of 5 games?
Well, let's see here.
No.
We'll do best of 5.
Okay, let's do 2 more games. So let's do a 2-player game here.
I'll go first.
Yep. We'll keep you first player, so we'll keep everything straight.
Ooh. Get a quick little tap.
Oh!
Soft plunge.
Nice.
Get the A with a soft plunge.
Oh, goodness. Where'd you go? Watch the game, honey. All right, I've won 3 out of 4 games. Good game.
Good game.
Good game. All right. I'm going to see if I can get some high scores setting here.
Okay. I'll go.
All right.
Call me over when you need me.
I will. Oh, couldn't rip that spinner, could I? Everything okay? I'm holding the ball up.
Okay. Once you end that ball, then quickly come.
Oh, boy. What's the emergency? Don't worry about it. Not a big deal. New high score. Look at that. We got time for a couple more games here. I think lunch should be here any minute now. Oh, no good. All right, let's do 2 or 3 more games here. Let's see. I set the goal of trying to get 300,000. We've reached 200,000. What I really need to do is try to capitalize when I have all those pop bumpers lit and the spinner lit, and I just haven't been able to do so. I usually lose control of the ball or something here and end up draining the ball without scoring all those points. Ooh, dug that one out. I do have a tilt bob in this. I think it's set to 3 hits. I made it angry on that one. Well, the good news is I'm not setting any new low scores, so I'm going in the right direction. Though I did set that bar pretty low early on. Oh no! See, I couldn't capitalize. I had the spinner lit, I had 2 pop bumpers lit, and I just couldn't capitalize. I kept trying to get the 3rd pop bumper lit. Oh, tilted out. Tried it just one too many times. I have to be careful because this machine is up on blocks in the back. The floor down here in the basement is not the most even. It has a little bit of a slope. So I have one of the front legs extended a little bit. And then to make up on the back side, I have blocks underneath the back legs. Oh goodness, that was awful. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Oh boy. Yeah, that was a trip in the wrong direction. All right, one more game, then we'll wrap it up here. Call it a day. Well, that's not a good start. Oh, that was cheap. That was cheap. Yeah, we're going to end up with a match, but no 300,000 game. Well, that's going to do it for today. It's time for me to go get some lunch in my belly. So thanks for everyone for tuning in today, and I'll be back again on Tuesday night with some more pinball. So hope you join me then.